Good morning to you. You're taking a live look now at Indianapolis International, where we are keeping an eye on the lines in the flights this morning. The FAA announcing major flight cuts that will impact our airport. So coming up, we will check with Marina Silva on how this is already impacting flights this morning.
And you know, this is where you want to know, hey, how is the TSA line looking? What is the line to get through security? Well, we've been telling you to get there a little bit earlier or significantly earlier, depending on where you are. We're going to take a look at the landscape across the country because we are not the only airport that is impacted by this. We'll check in with her soon.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you're getting up. It's Friday morning. Some of you have some rain showers, but we can guarantee you some sunshine a little bit later today.
Sunshine later today, and then we'll talk about some snow.
Yeah, they have to use that
Sunshine
little
later
S word. Yeah. All these folks are leaving Indiana. Don't they know the first snowflakes of the season?
That's why they're leaving Indiana.
That's exactly why they're leaving. They're getting out while they can.
Yeah.
I want to show you, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
The first thing will be some of the rain showers today. Clouds are over downtown Indianapolis. It's a gray start this morning, although it's a warmer start. We're in the 50s this morning. Remember, we were down to mid and low 30s yesterday morning, so we've jumped back up thanks to some south winds as you were sleeping overnight last night. So it's a fairly mild start this morning, not too bad, but be on the lookout for some raindrops on the way. I'd go ahead and just put the rain jacket in the car ready to go. You won't need it for long. There's only going to be about a 3-hour window where you live to get some of these scattered showers. But it is a little breezy this morning. Everything is out of the south to keep us a little milder. But there is rain on the way. As you go farther north, it's more consistent in coverage. The farther south you go, it gets spotty. So there's going to be a few of us farther to the south, Bloomington, Columbus, Bedford, Seymour. We could get missed completely with just kind of hit or miss chances. But Indianapolis, we're watching the rain slowly come in from the west. We'll be getting into Putnam County here shortly. Montgomery County, we're starting to get some rain approaching Crawfordsville, getting into Lafayette right now. There are also a few rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe, but you may hear rumble of thunder, maybe even see a lightning strike as these showers and downpours push eastbound. Indianapolis, we still have another hour to go, 7:30-ish. I would expect some of the showers to surround us. So as you're headed out the door this morning, don't be surprised if you run into some rain. And then coming up, we're going to talk about how this front will cool us down this weekend. And the next front, in the Pacific Northwest, that'll give us snow chances Sunday, Monday. Let's talk traffic, though, this morning. I do have some pieces of good news. First off, 65 South there in White County has reopened much of 65 South. Now it's just closed up by Remington. There was a crash earlier this morning. Remember, 65 South way up to the north and west, but the 65 South corridor through Lafayette is now open. We do have a crash on 65 South, though, coming into downtown Indianapolis. Only one lane is open right now as you're approaching the city from the north. We'll keep a close eye on this one. It's starting to cause a backup to about 21st Street. And then I want to let you know some good news. This is the Post Road exit. We had a crash and then also some construction work earlier. It looks like everything's been cleared, and now you can get off of I-70 East and get onto Post Road. Julia?
Thank you, Matt. This is a developing story this morning. A sad update. A woman is dead after a shooting on Indy's east side.
And Metro Police say this shooting happened just before 11 o'clock last night on East 10th Street. That's near Sherman Drive. Police say they got to the area because of reports of a crash at first. And when they arrived on the scene, that's when they say they found a woman who had been shot inside a car. She was taken to the hospital in critical condition, where police tell us she later died.
Now, police say that this started as a disturbance after the woman was involved in a crash with another vehicle. We spoke with IMPD Captain Rob Ryder, who is urging people to think before they react.
There is a part of our society, unfortunately, that doesn't respect human life, and they are so quick to react in violence instead of other decisions. And that's what I would say is just think before you act.
Now, police say they have already ruled out possible road rage as a motive for this shooting. They tell us they have a person of interest in custody, but no word about a possible suspect so far this morning. Once we learn more from police, we'll have that for you here on air and at WTHR.com.
All right, starting today, airports across America are bracing for a massive cut in flights in and out of their airports.
The Trump administration is rolling out a plan to reduce traffic at 40 major airports by about 10%. So we want to show you a map. Look at all of these airports currently affected. You can see we're talking about some of the busiest ones in places like Philadelphia, Houston, and of course, right here in Indianapolis. Right now, CNN is reporting more than 800 flights have been canceled. And just in the last half hour, NBC is now reporting more than 2,000 flights have been canceled for today.
So the FAA says these cuts are necessary because of the air traffic controller shortages caused by the government shutdown. The FAA says it'll start with a gradual cut of 4% of flights for the first 4 days and then move up to 6% by Tuesday. You can expect 10% by next Friday if nothing changes. Right now, some airlines are offering refunds or giving some waivers if you are a passenger that has to change your flight or rebook altogether. Let's get out to Marina Silva. She's been at the airport all morning long, keeping a close eye on the situation there. We know this could affect your travel plans for the holidays, but people want to get out today. Marina, how's it looking?
Good morning. A lot of people trying to get out today. They're going on vacation. They're going on trips. A lot of people here at the airport. It's normal, pretty busy Friday, but a lot of people we talk to say they're getting here early. They're worried about their flights. I'm going to show you what we're seeing right now over on TSA. The line just keeps getting longer. A lot of people trying to get through TSA just as fast as they can, but there are some delays. We've talked to a lot of people today who are worried about not only trying to get out of Indianapolis, but also trying to get back into Indianapolis later on. I did just see and check the flight cancellations. I'm seeing about 7 cancellations. Southwest, United, and Delta are the ones that I can see right now, and then a handful of delays from all the major airport airlines. So about 40,000 people fly out of Indianapolis International Airport every day. This is likely going to impact about 4,000 travelers. The airport authority says they're still working through how this is going to work out. They're trying to make sure you can get in and out safely and on times. These cuts, like we've said, are a result of the government shutdown. The air traffic controllers and TSA agents haven't been paid since October 1st. I just spoke with a woman a little while ago. She's headed out of the country. She's not worried about this flight. She's worried about coming home.
I am a little bit worried about getting back just because they said by next week there will be 10% in decrease in flights. So that's a little concerning, but
while this is inconvenient, there's some good news. Airlines are being flexible. So for the most part, they're allowing all customers to temporarily cancel or reschedule their flights penalty-free. That means you don't need an already canceled flight to take advantage of this flexibility. If you are flying out today, get here early. Check your flights on the app, sign up for those text messages, and that should keep you pretty well informed. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, important that you say get there early. I usually like to use that TSA site that tells you how long of a wait you have. We're not seeing any minutes right now, so hard to tell. Thank you for your update, though. Thank you.
Yeah. This morning, police are now identifying the murder suspect critically hurt by Fishers police during a shooting in Indianapolis.
So officers were searching for the 26-year-old in connection to a 2024 deadly shooting. And the suspect was not charged yet in either case. So 13 News is not naming him per protocol. The situation this afternoon unfolded, or yesterday afternoon, I should say, unfolded near 91st and Masters Road, not too far from the county line. Investigators say that officers used a device to try and stop the suspect's car, but at some point, police confirmed that there was some back and forth of gunfire with that man.
Police say he is wanted in connection to that shooting in March of last year on Apple Blossom Circle near 141st and Cumberland Road. 24-year-old Cameron Dokes died from that shooting, according to police. So far, investigators have not said what led up to that shooting. This morning, Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita is suing Indianapolis Public Schools over the district's immigration policies.
So this lawsuit claims that IPS policies violate state law when it comes to cooperating with immigration officials. Let's get to Ashton Hackman live this morning, helping us break down this lawsuit. It's pretty complex. Ashton, good morning.
Julie and Sam, good morning. This is that 30-page lawsuit. It was filed here in Marion County. And Attorney General Todd Rokita is claiming that IPS has these policies that prevent school employees from assisting with immigration enforcement. Rokita claims in January, IPS refused to release a child to a father in ICE custody who was leaving the U.S. voluntarily. School leaders allegedly connected that child with an immigration attorney instead. The AG says that refusal caused a roadblock for ICE officials, and the father and child did not end up leaving the country. Now, in the lawsuit, Rokita points to a 2017 IPS policy that says school employees should not assist immigration enforcement efforts unless legally required and authorized to do so by the superintendent. Rokita says that policy violates a state law preventing schools from restricting how employees assist immigration efforts.
IPS currently maintains policies, unfortunately, that frustrate ICE's ability to do its job.
The AG did not give any specifics on the child's immigration status and did not answer our question if that child is indeed a U.S. citizen. They also did not answer whether or not ICE presented a warrant to those IPS school leaders. We are hearing from IPS. They said they are working with the AG's office but weren't given adequate time to respond to his request. Here's part of their statement they sent us. Quote, despite taking 6 months to craft his opinion on IPS's policies, Mr. Rokita permitted only 5 business days from the time IPS received his response to review and respond. Now, Sam and Jalea, Rokita is now asking the court to force IPS to not only halt that procedure and policy that they have in place, but ask the court to strike it down and rule that it goes against state law. It's obviously something we're going to keep following.
Yeah, and it's a complicated issue, too. Ashton reporting live in downtown Indianapolis. Ashton, thank you.
Your time is 6:10. A triple shooting at an Indianapolis bar over the Halloween weekend has now prompted a new civil lawsuit.
The attorney for one of the victims of that shooting claims Jovita Ultra Lounge was negligent in preventing the violence that happened inside. The 8-page civil lawsuit filed Wednesday alleges Jovita management failed to properly screen those entering the lounge, control entry points, and employ trained security capable of preventing weapons from getting inside. Attorney Hamid Sayer represents one of the victims, now suing that bar.
Right now, he's recovering from his gunshot wound. That's the physical, but also he has the emotional damage, of him being shot. That's a traumatic experience, especially in a time when you expected just to have a good time.
And that shooting happened overnight Saturday, so really early Sunday morning. At last check, there have been no arrests, though 13 News has reached out several times to the owners of Jovita Ultra Lounge, but have not gotten a response. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Julia. It is a cloudy and windy start this morning. We do have some rain showers and downpours on the way and just a lot of weather changes. Welcome to Indiana, where every few days the season changes. We're talking about winter Sunday, Monday with the first snowflakes and then warmer air after that. How much snow, though? We'll talk about it.